the perfect series. Now today we're talking about Naruto. Now I don't know if he's talking about Naruto OG and Shippuden put together, but if he's just talking about OG, I agree with the title. Now part two, it gets a little iffy for me.
Naruto. One of the most influential shows of this generation, creating and initializing a massive anime fan base within the US that would eventually spread rapidly in popularity. Well, kind of. Naruto wasn't the only factor to propel anime to the stage at today, but it's a fact that without Naruto, anime culture within the US would have never skyrocketed to the level it's at now. But why? I mean, what's so special about Naruto that's able to have this kind of effect on an entire population? Oh boy, let me tell you. The original Naruto series that released on October 3rd, 2002 truly embodies the early 2000s shonen vibe and is the reason why Naruto was such a gem to those who watched it. It's crazy to think how great of an era that this anime lived in. But putting nostalgia aside for a moment, allow me to ask a question. What's the worst arc in part 1 Naruto?
Worst arc part one Naruto. Not talking about the filler. It would probably have to be the first arc, which is the Land of Waves, but that arc is also amazing. I don't think OG Naruto I don't even think Naruto really has bad arcs, to be honest with you. But the Land of Waves is just I feel like everything after that just got so much better. You feel me? The tuning exams, search for Tsunade. I feel like that arc is also great. Uh Sasuke retrieval arc, probably the best arc in part one. Loki probably a top arc in all of the whole show, to be honest with you. But yeah, worst arc I would have to say is the Land of Waves.
The tuning exams, or maybe the search for Tsunade. I mean, there's also Sasuke's retrieval. Well, the answer truly pains me. But the Land of Waves is the worst arc in Naruto, a masterclass in
and that's not even saying that like this arc is like bad. It's probably one of the best like first arcs in anime. Like this arc is great.
That's only meant to exist for a single arc, a miniature plot that stands out on its own, giving us a taste of what the shinobi world feels like. There's no part within the Land of Waves that feels like a bad arc, and that's because it's not bad at all. It's actually a great standalone arc when it comes to the context of the series, yet it's still the worst arc in Naruto. Allow me to explain. Pre-time skip Naruto, from beginning to end, ignoring filler, is the perfect series. Bro, how did you get in this
I do agree
video?
with that.
Go. Sorry, my clickbait keeps running away from me. I don't know how it got here. Pre-time skip Naruto is a flawless prologue to
Because it had everything, bro. It literally had the characters, the story, the freaking power system. Like bro, chakra is fire. The stuff you can do with it. You feel me? The villains, the Orochimaru, Zabuza, freaking Itachi, like Gara. You feel me? Like those is like great antagonists, bro.
what Naruto Shippuden becomes. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all part 1 Naruto is. A 100 plus episode prologue that sets us up for the true story. Sometimes I feel like this is what shonen is missing nowadays. Stories that are able to build worlds and plots that make you want to put some stake into the characters. Not watching for a quick thrill with great animation, but something that truly has its own heartbeat.
Well, nowadays, bro, the way anime has to be like made now, but you gotta get you gotta catch them quick, bro. Their brains is fried, TikTok brain, like you gotta catch them quick.
Unfortunately, we won't be getting that anytime soon due to the epidemic of our incredibly short.
But Freewind is great though. I'm excited for season 2. That is great. What is on my screen?
But to me, that's literally the one thing that Naruto and most of these older shows have in common. A space that allowed mangaka to give us their deepest dreams without any social constraints on their works. Yet,
bro, imagine, bro, I almost spoiled a manga, so let me not say that.
You know what? Nah, let's go deeper, because we literally have the perfect example in front of us. OG Naruto.
That boy Rock Lee was banging. Bro, I'm so mad. Like, literally think about it every time. I get so upset with how much they hold Rock Lee in part 2, bro. Like I don't remember one scene of Rock Lee gang like at all. Him, Neji. That's why I feel like part two isn't perfect, cause well, it's still great. Don't do not get that twisted. But they just went away with a lot of stuff that I was hoping for. Therefore, Naruto giving Sasuke straight hands. Still lost that fight though.
Naruto faces an unimaginable amount of scrutiny in the modern anime world. Pre-time skip Naruto was genius for what it was. Obviously, battle shonens had been a thing way before Kishimoto started writing, but it's what he prioritized that made it a great story. The protagonist and the cast. Naruto
Yes.
is the protagonist of the 2000s, whether you like it or not. He's inspired
Yeah, he
countless
is.
main characters that followed too. The character who has no extreme talents or skills, having only their passion to make it to the top. Indebted to anyone who even lifts a finger to help him in some way, and even deeper connections with those he calls friends. Something that I like to dub as the ground up protagonist, where their story starts from the bottom of the barrel and we see everything in between on their rise to the top. I can tell you that this is the most common archetype in all of shonen, and Naruto is no different. Most of his stunts and feats all seem predictable, like you can see it coming from a mile away. But somehow it makes his feats that much more impactful. Like during the Chunin exams, Sasuke has been built up as this child prodigy, top of the class. We've been given multiple situations where against enemies who are on the same level as him, Sasuke ends up taking the charge. Whether it's against lowly bandits or against a Kekkei Genkai user, he reacts and puts his talents to use. Meanwhile, Naruto is left behind because he lacks the confidence to do so. Well, in a situation where Sasuke and Naruto are against the overwhelming power of Orochimaru, Sasuke freezes, and it's Naruto who's able to react and save Sasuke from certain death. And it's not because of the friendship they have or any feelings of indebtedness. It's the internal nature of the ground up protagonist. In order to make it to the top, surpassing your peers is necessary. He sees Sasuke not only as a friend but a rival. Him being the hero of this predicament could be called predictable, but it's the type of predictability that boosts the story tenfold. In the end, the hero always wins, but it's the intentions and reasons behind the hero's victory that creates such a compelling fight, like Neji vs Naruto during the exams. One of the greatest fights in Naruto, but it has nothing to do with the animation or choreography. The meaning behind the fight is so simple, but it's effective to the maximum degree. To never run away and never back down from a fight. To never abandon those he cares about. Naruto's Nindo, his ninja way, is the ethos of his character, and it's something we're reminded about time and time again. Neji vs Naruto is a fight where his ethos is put to the test, where he has to prevail in order to keep his Nindo intact. The Hyuga clan's branch feud is an intricate situation that makes Neji and Hinata's fight infinitely more complicated, but Naruto sees none of it. All he recognizes the fact that Neji disrespected the effort of one of his comrades. Neji demeaning the pride and courage that Hinata showed during her fight goes against everything he stands for. And so Naruto winning the fight means way more than the bracket they're competing in. It's an ode to his Nindo and a reinforcement to his ethos. But it's not just Naruto. Every single character in the main cast has the same.
Plus, Neji was like the top of their class, basically. And like, plus this type of character, the what do you say, ground up protagonist. I also like seeing seeing the we watch the character like grow stronger, better. You feel me? That's just like so fire to see almost
amount
every
of
time.
care and attention to detail. Sometimes people mistake plot and characters to be independent from one another, but in reality, you can't have a great plot without great characters to support it, and vice versa. In fact, a great anime uses characters and plot synonymously, creating characters with a strong sense of self and beliefs, and then using arcs to further elevate their characters to either a breaking point or a climax within their character development. Like I explained before, Naruto is the perfect example of how great a character can become when given a plot that's meant to challenge their ideals. Choji proved that he wasn't just a burden to Shikamaru and the rest of the team
Shout
during
out
his fight
Choji.
against Jirobo. Shikamaru showing that his laziness was only a front to what he's truly capable of during battle. But my favorite is Rock Lee. Compared to his peers, Rock Lee is a failure. In a world where ninjutsu equals power, Rock Lee possesses little to no ninjutsu techniques due to his horrible chakra control. So instead he trained. He trained his taijutsu until it soared past what most of his peers were capable of. And so it came time for him to put his dedication to the test. He bet on himself and gave it his all when fighting against Gaara. And yet he still lost. His defeat was so overpowering. He was told that he would never fight again. He was then given the option of going through life-threatening surgery. It's a 50-50 on whether he'd be able to survive. And I mean, of course, he's scared of death, but what's even scarier to Rock Lee is the idea of not persevering through adversity. The suspense was stacked, and it makes for one of the greatest entrances in part 1, Rock Lee returning to save.
And I don't even care that he also lost this fight. Like, bro, Rock Lee is such a dog, bro. Like, bro, people, I be seeing a whole bunch of people clowning Rock Lee for like being like loser, but bro, being a dog, bro, like having heart, like, bro, I feel like that means more than like a lot of stuff, bro. Like, it's like technically he is a loser. He lose fights, but like he don't be getting like dogged on. He be banging people up for real. He be getting people hands, and he's at a huge disadvantage. And it's like people be distracted. Rock Lee, bro.
Naruto and fighting Kimimaro. This is how you write a character. Give them the blueprint and potential to be a great character, then use the plot as a device for them to reach that standing within the story. Part 1 Naruto is flawless in his characters, but it also has an infinite amount of characteristics that
Well, I'm not gonna say that they was flawless in their characters. There's a few characters who like 10-10. Now you feel me? You feel me?
honestly would be impossible
like,
to fit into one video. But it's the reason why it's such a beloved prologue, because it's a fully fleshed out origin story that is a rarity to see in today's anime culture. Few modern shonen series are able to accomplish what Naruto is able to. And that's not a knock to modern shonen. I mean, currently we're in another golden age, similar to that of the big three. Mangaka keep on elevating what the norm should be, and we've been blessed with series that continue to surpass the threshold of quality that
now there are a lot of hits going on. You feel me? There's a lot of hits.
But Naruto
Kagurabachi, I cannot wait for that to get a anime, bro.
was made in an era where doom scrolling and brain rot didn't exist, where people were able to make their own opinions without succumbing to the echo chambers of an app called X. The world has changed, and with it, so has shonen. Mangaka are forced to confine their stories because it's easier for the consumer. And yet, mangaka have evolved to be able to tell their stories in such shorter time spans and still able to give us high-level narratives. Stories like My Hero Academia and Gachiakuta, who are able to give us the same amount of character development just in a shorter narrative. Maybe it's for the better, but it's good to know that as an older show, Naruto stands the test of time as a unique series in what will eventually become a unique time period where artists weren't constrained by others' limitations. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, I've created a membership page. A lot.
It's 5 video, you feel me? OG Naruto. Like personally, Naruto is in my top 5. It's like 5 or 4, but it's somewhere in there strictly because of how much I love part 1. Part 2 is also great. It has my favorite villain, Pain. I love Pain. Madara, you feel me? The whole Akatsuki was great, but part 1, it was just so special with their characters, villains, the story, like bro, it was part 1. Naruto is amazing, bro. But yeah, this fire video. I'll leave his video link down below. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And have a blessed day. Peace.